Yo, yo, yo. We back again. You already know what it is. It's God King TV. I'm Patai. Back at your ass with some more motherfucking game. Now, somebody inboxed me and asked me to do a video about kundalini. They say, yo, Patai, you always talk about kundalini to a degree, but you never really go in depth about it. Can you do a video on kundalini? So what I decided to do was do a video on kundalini. Now, what I want to start by prefacing this video with is this is something that as you go deeper into the mysteries, you hear this talk of kundalini, but a lot of people really do not understand what it means. And let me tell you this, a lot of people may not have even experienced this energy yet. And I want to preface this by saying that kundalini energy is an energy that you will have to be really on your shit to even be able to have access to. So when you hear talks of kundalini energy and you hear from certain motherfuckers, you can usually tell if a motherfucker have experienced kundalini energy or even have access to it. How? One, to have access to the kundalini, and I'm gonna preface this by talking about it first of all as a man. Now, women naturally will have access to this energy, but even within that, it gets shut down through trauma as well as having a closed heart chakra. Now, even though the kundalini energy sits and lays dormant at your sacral chakra, right? You were talking about your root chakra energy, right? And we're talking about being able to understand that this is a primal energy. Now, in the esoteric or occult mysteries, the kundalini energy is the snake in the Bible, right? We're talking about the Uraeus crown, the same thing that our ancestors in Kemet. If you look on the Kemet walls, the pharaohs, they had the motherfucking Uraeus crown. That's the snake, that's the serpent. That's the energy that travels down your spine, right? Now, these energies, if you listen to what I tell you in previous videos where I made it even a diagram was showing you that the phallus and the balls is the same thing as the crown chakra and the spinal column inverted. All of these things are connected, but the difference between this is that this energy lays dormant until you are even in a certain space of consciousness and you're vibrating on a certain frequency even to have access. This is not something that you just happen to stumble upon. You have to be really on your shit to get there. And I'm speaking to the men first. The reason why I'm speaking to the men on this is because the average male does not have access to the kundalini energy. I do. And the energy is for healing as well as going to the next level of consciousness. The way my chart is set up, I had access to this shit my whole life. There was a time and space I didn't even know what it was until I realized that, damn, okay, I get it. When you operate on a highly sexual nature, the creative energy you have, the spiritual insight that you have, they're not to be played with. And that goes to say this. The kundalini energy is a very, very powerful feminine energy. I want everybody to understand what I'm talking about. The kundalini energy, which is in everybody, is a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful feminine energy, and it lays dormant in your root chakra. What happens is when you're dealing with the sexual nature and when you're dealing with the woman, fellas, the reason why there's no fap shit, all this shit is important is because when you're lining up your energy and you're dealing with the woman, you are charging each other up. This is why it's so important when I keep telling y'all that half y'all niggas who be asking me for a lot of this information, you're not ready yet. You think you are, but you're not ready yet, because if you can't even go a certain amount of days without even busting a nut with your own goddamn self, you're not going to be ready to deal with a female. And we're talking about being able to access this energy by being able to be in a harmonious union with a woman where you're charging each other up. So when you're fucking your girl, the only way that you're going to even be able to start to let this kundalini energy rise is when you got to surrender to the opposite gender. So when you fucking your girl, the only way that you're going to have the best sex with your girl is when you are aligning yourself with the sexual energy. When you're trying to be intimate with her, when you want to become one with her in terms of not just fucking her, but having an intimate dance on another conscious level. So the kundalini energy is at the base of your spine or your sacral root chakra, right? It rises up through heat and passion. So the more that you are into this dance, or when you fucking your girl, the more that you're into it, and I'm talking about you're into it, nigga, you're crossing dimensions. Love is a dimension. And when you're having this intimacy, you are starting to unlock your heart chakra. The reason why the heart chakra is important is because the only way that this energy can rise up is that if you can cross through this heart chakra. Your kundalini energy is not fucking dumb. This universe is not dumb. You cannot access this energy if you do not have respect for the feminine energy. If you do not have respect for women, you will not be able to access the kundalini energy. If you have been hurt and shut off by women, then you will not access the kundalini energy, because you have to get through the heart chakra first of all. Very important. This is why when I tell y'all on these videos, stay away from these YouTube channels that make y'all look down on women, or you have a divisive energy towards women, because that is working against you. Motherfuckers who are out here playing on your insecurities are working against your best interest in terms of spiritually aligning yourself. Now, in the occult mysteries, you want to be aligned with the feminine energy anyway. As a masculine counterpart of the feminine, you are still feminine. You are just a masculine counterpart of that. So it's very important for you to understand how this energy locks and loads when you're dealing with fucking or intimacy on those levels. Once you start to rise up in vibration and you start to rise up in passion and intensity, right? Because Kundalini is what? It's the all-consuming fire, right? This is the fire that burns up everything. Now, let me also preface this by saying this. One thing about Kundalini energy is that when you start to vibrate with this energy, it will make you very, 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 very truthful. And I mean that when this energy starts to rise up, there is no way that you could deal with not being pure. You have to be very pure with this energy. It will burn your ass up if you're not pure. And I'm talking about being pure and understanding that you are a vessel for the divine feminine. So you have to know that. That means that when you get to this level of dealing with this conscious energy, the reason why you would even have that type of orgasmic energy in terms of dealing with your woman is only because you are surrendering to the feminine energy. The Kundalini energy rises through the heart chakra, which is what brings you and your woman closer. Now, when I talk about dealing with Tantra and I talk about dealing with Kundalini energy, all these things, nigga, this is shit for motherfucking sex gods. This is sex guy energy. I deal with this shit, nigga. I am sex god type nigga. I deal with the sexual healing, and it all works hand in hand. You see what I'm saying? So what this means is that you have to be pure in your heart. You cannot be dealing with motherfucking fuck shit thinking that you're going to get access to this realm. It doesn't work like that. It will backfire on your ass. And let me break this down to you. If you think that Kundalini energy is something that you can just get right away, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you will not access this realm. This realm is for the masculine and the feminine to join and to be one and to work on the same agenda. The same agenda is dealing with being able to have harmony as well as healing. That's the only way you're gonna get to this level. And you got to be able to want to heal yourself as well and be harmonious with this feminine energy yourself. So if you're a male and you're watching this video, understand this. The average man does not get access to the Kundalini energy. Why do they not get access to the Kundalini energy? One, the average man does not get access to the Kundalini energy because he is not even sure of how to align himself with his own feminine energy within himself, which means that, once again, the niggas that I be telling y'all about staying away from on these YouTube channels is motherfuckers who disdain for the woman. You got to understand that in the occult mysteries, you cannot have no disdain towards women. Now, at all intents purposes of keeping it motherfucking pimping, I want y'all to understand that it ain't for every single woman to even be around you. So you got to understand how to deal with this energy and understand who you are, as well as how to even have access to the Kundalini energy. Now, back to what I was saying. When you're dealing with this Kundalini energy, the only way you get access to it is when you are in alignment with your own feminine energy. Yes, every single person on this planet is masculine and feminine. Every single person. So you have to even understand that women have masculine and feminine energy too. I always say this because I want people to get this right. I want them to understand it. So you as a man, you have feminine energy. It's for you to align yourself with that energy. As a man, when we are having sex with a woman, that's the feminine energy that we are allowing to open ourselves to. You have to fully be engulfed in that motherfucking energy for you to access that kundalini energy. Once you get to a space where that motherfucker start rising up, it has to meet at the crossroads. It has to meet at the heart chakra. That is where you will have to understand what it is about love that you're going to be dealing with when you're dealing with this woman. Can you be able to be submissive to that energy? So when we talked about submission the last couple of weeks, this is what I mean when I talk about it on a tantric level, that you have to be submissive to the opposite gender. That is very important for you to understand how to utilize this energy, because they make a motherfucking connection at the heart chakra. You have to know that. It's very important. So your woman is giving you all of herself. You give her all of you. You unify. At that moment, when you're dealing with this kundalini energy, it rises to your crown chakra. This is where you are able to understand what unconditional love is. This is how you're able to utilize magic at its highest level. This is how you are able to perceive the dimensions outside of this world you live in. When you have an orgasm, this is what it feels like when you're outside of that body. It's very orgasmic. Now, this is why these mysteries and the occult mysteries are very important for you to understand. This is why everybody don't get access there, because you have to leave behind your lower nature. You have to leave behind your lower nature to even be able to perceive how it feels on another level. If you think the physical feelings of an orgasm is very powerful, imagine what it is on a spiritual orgasmic level. It's a whole nother level. And this is why everybody don't get there. The average man is on a primal level. The average woman is on a primal level. Now, when you find somebody who meets you on these levels, helps you raise your kundalini energy as well as hers. This is why when you deal with your sexual energy, fellas, on another level, every woman who has come into contact with you on a certain level, they'll realize you ain't nothing like these average niggas. You surpass them. And when that happens, that's when you get all the women on your motherfucking dick, nigga. Because they realize that you are nothing like these other niggas. You have access to something. Now, let me also preface this. Once you have access to kundalini energy, it's something that you could try to tell people about, just like I'm trying to convey it to you in a very real way. But once you have access to kundalini energy, you'll realize that you are separated from the average male. The average male are low-level knuckle draggers who will never have access to the spiritual feminine realm. Now, the best way to put it is, imagine a realm where you feeling like Hugh Hefner, nigga. Nothing but bad motherfucking goddamn spiritual succubuses all around you, nigga, and you the top male to be there, nigga. That's what it feel like. That's exactly what it feel like, nigga. You got nothing but bad spiritual bitches around you, nigga, because you elevated and graduated to a level to even have access to this VIP realm, nigga. You gotta understand, it's like a VIP realm. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get in the sex club, yeah, y'all up there. I see y'all, yeah, but I'm up here, nigga. I'm up here pouring champagne on these motherfucking sirens, niggas, and nymphos, nigga. I'm pouring champagne up here, nigga. You gotta elevate to get there. There ain't no fucking pass that you can pay to get there other than discipline, time, and understanding. You see what I'm saying? Y'all down there drinking them $10 drinks, nigga, but we got courtesy champagne up here, nigga. Rosé up here, nigga. Motherfucking hors d'oeuvres up here. You know what I'm saying? Bitches feeding me, nigga. Because I put the work in, nigga. That's how you want to get there. So I just wanted to touch bases on it and talk a little bit about Kundalini. I will go deeper and more in depth of it into my book. So I just wanted to chop it up with y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's Guy King TV. Like, share, subscribe, man. Sure.
I'ma stay touching all kinds of paper, and I ain't never gonna give a fuck about a hater, cause I know